Uh-oh. An error occurred. Wait a moment. Try again. All right, let's see what's going on. Come on, technology. I don't need this from you today. There we go. As I was picking my nose. Hello, everybody. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Nealay.
Happy Sunday to you.
You too.
How's your weekend going?
It's been good.
Yeah.
Telling Joan beforehand that I'm in Cincinnati and we've had a nonstop rain and the river's starting to flood. So,
Ooh.
gonna need an arc soon.
Yes. So is the river there normally at a steady level? I'm assuming yes.
Yeah.
Because we've got one here that runs through Tulsa, but depending on how much it rains, it's either going to be like a very dry creek bed sort of a situation, or as of lately, because we had rain as well, it's been looking a little better, a little healthier.
Yeah, near this you can like put a boat on year round, except for right now it's kind of flooding over the banks.
Well, we'll hopefully wait a few days and see what happens because I'm thinking we're probably going to get a little bit more rain as well. I'm hoping because my lawn is looking pretty green lately, and I'm kind of happy about
Cool.
that. All right. Well, welcome to Saturdays to SilverSilk Sundays, everyone. We've got our friends joining in from all over the place. Miss Jody is in the house.
Hi, Jody.
We got Teresa sharing to all our groups. Hi, Teresa. I miss talking to you and Greta. We'll catch up soon via texting, per usual. Miss Sharon is in the house. We've got Stacy. I think she thought Jennifer was here, or she was saying Jennifer. That's in the chat because I was reading that earlier and I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I was just gonna go with it.
Well, Jody, Jennifer, and I hung out on Friday. So,
Or what was it? I watched Danielle's live and she mentioned that. And I
yeah.
just love seeing Jennifer pop up everywhere. She's so fun and so sassy and just like a sweetheart. I'm
Yeah,
looking
and Jennifer and I are hanging out next Friday.
There
So,
she is. She's saying hi to Shira in the house too. She is. Look, all our friends are joining
oh,
in
look at
into our
that.
big circle.
Like a party.
Takia's here too. It is a party. It's always a party with our friends. You guys, Joan is on the back end. So give her a shout out real quick as well. And these Sundays are just meant to kind of casually beat along and chit chat about life, things we ate that we love, beads that we saw that we can't live without, and shenanigans. I think I have got my typical kombucha on the go. So I was going to open it up and have a sippy sip while working on some leftover projects. And I guess you've got something prepared or just like,
I did. I had an idea.
oh my gosh, now I'm thrilled. All right, let me swap places with you. And if you want to talk about what you've got while I switch over my camera, that would be amazing. I'm excited to see what you have.
Yeah, and actually, I can pull off the piece that I'm wearing because
Oh,
it is a
oh,
piece actually of yours, Nealay. Do you remember this one?
yes, it was from the camp last year from Jesse James Beats, right?
Yes. Yes, and it's like a
Absolutely.
long over the head piece that you can kind of double or triple. Um,
Yes.
and it is one of my favorite designs. So it was kind of my inspiration for today. But I'm going to take kind of a spin on it. So I um, I felt like I needed to make sure that we had Danielle here in spirit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she was like, I'm a
Absolutely.
little afraid as to what that means, but um, I've been really into her February bead mix palette. That these are size 8s, and it's kind of like a really fun sunset coloring. I also have some of the peanut beads that
Oh,
she has in. And then I also, so this is kind of like my favorite things necklace because I wear this necklace of yours all the time. And then I've been really obsessed with check flowers, and these are also from Danielle. So I'm going to pull those into the design. And everybody knows I have a problem with Sorry Silk lately. I
A
have like a
problem or
drawer
a,
full. I
like,
keep threatening to take a
obsession?
photo of it because it's like stuffed. Like you couldn't even put a toothpick in there. And then last but not least, the most important part, because we are on Silver Silk Sunday, is I have it's the copper flat mesh. I was making sure I got the color right.
Ooh,
And I'm
yes.
gonna use that in the design. I
I'm
like copper too, so
I'm
I kind of
obsessed with
picked
this
out all my
palette.
favorite stuff.
Yeah. That pop of blue is so impressive.
Thank you. I need blue and everything, Nealay.
I do too. I need teal, actually. Teal is my, like, my favorite color
Teal's
to
a good
use,
one. Yeah.
but I'm, like, living for this cobalt blue. It is speaking to me.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see what you do. I don't have anything right on my board at the moment,
Well, that's
but
okay.
I am, I'm just gonna put some stuff together as we kinda craft along, and we can do one of these and just, like, craft together
Okay,
as I pick some stuff out, 'cause, again, this was one
let's
of
go
those
for
things.
it. Let's see what things Neely pulls out.
Say what?
I said, let's see what things Neely pulls out
What I
here.
pull out? I have leftover projects that I have yet to photograph for Joan, but I'll get around to it eventually. I made this last week whenever my camera was doing some funny things, and I really enjoyed this technique. I got to use these really cool little sliders
Oh,
that
that's
went
fun.
over a capture chain, and I butted up the ends to my little seed bead, and these are just strung on wire that I coiled around.
Oh, that is super cool.
Yeah, it was easy, and I needed a win
Yeah,
last
looks a
Sunday.
lot fancier than just having been coiled on wire. It looks like some fancy spiral that
Yeah,
Danielle would do.
thank you. I know, she whipped out some seed beaded stuff that I was just like, "Girl, like, you're really making me look painful here with my design," but, she can whip out some amazing stuff, and I'm sitting here thinking, I can't even see the hole in size 8 seed beads, so I'm in real trouble. But, yeah, I made that last time, and then oh, I already had this on. This is another one I haven't photographed for Joan. But Joan, I'm getting around to it. I promise. Um, I really love. I have two of these left in the pop up shop, and the rest have been sold out. And this beautiful, gosh, what was this? I'm trying to remember the stone, and it's not coming to my brain. It's morganite. That's what it was. It was natural morganite,
Beautiful.
8 millimeter rounds. Yeah, I mean, Morganite's been around since the invention of humankind, right? But I just discovered it in Tucson last year. And so it was like, "Oh, I've never seen this stone before. What is this?" So, um, it just, like, the palette just spoke to me because of all the different colors.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I put it together
Ooh,
on
pastels.
baby blue. I love pastels too. It took me a while
Perfect
to
for spring.
see. Yeah. Took me a while to, like, appreciate them, just over time. And then I have oh, I was working on this during my Softflex live, so I think that's my journey today. I've got this, like, different I don't know if I like the pink in there or not. Maybe you guys can help me and decide. Should the pink stay? There's very little, like, drops of them.
I don't think it's too noticeable. I think it looks great as is. It kind of blends in, gives a little bit of interest.
Alright, I'll leave it then. Ah! Just spilled a bunch of Herkimer diamonds on my table.
Uh-oh.
Scooch those over to the side. Oh, I made these cowboy earrings too, which I'm very, very proud of.
Those are fun.
I thought so too.
What is that
Uh,
stone? Is that a lapis?
this one is no, it's sodalite mixed with sunstone,
Okay.
but this one doesn't have much of that sunstone in it. They came in different shapes, and I had a couple more stones, and I don't know where oh, here they are. This would be a better example of that sunstone mixed in. They're very
Oh, that
pretty.
is so pretty.
They were in the pop-up shop and they sold out. So, but I had a couple left over and I was like, well, they sent me some cowboy hats as a fun thing, and it just worked too perfectly. Oh, the other thing I need to do is string this on. I've been putting this off for like 4 lives now. I need to string this on brighter cord, so that's going to also be my journey. I'm curious to know if the silver will make the color a bit brighter with these translucent gems. I suspect that it will.
Yeah, I would think it might too.
Let's see what I got in my stash of things. I've got some extreme. I'm going to go with that. Oh, Liz says, love the earrings. The cowboy hats are so cute. I know.
They are cute.
Hi, Becky. She's waving hello to another friend on here, Melanie. And then Caroline is asking, what type of ribbon is this, Stacy? I want you to talk about it more. In fact,
yes.
I want to know about this obsession.
So this is SilverSilk, and it is actually kind of cool because it's a recycled material. And so, like Indian attire, saris, like when I guess they're worn out, and they shred them into these strips, and they're called SilverSilk ribbon. And you can get them in a myriad of really cool colors.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did is I did write down my dimensions. I'm like looking over here. So I cut about 14-inch pieces of the SilverSilk. And then I took, these are about a 10, 11 millimeter, super heavy thickness jump ring. And I'll show you what I did. It'll be easier to show it. So I just kind of scrunch it up and thread it through, and then just double it over. And then I usually just tuck the little open part of the jump ring into the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And I just use 26 gauge wire to just kind of messy wrap it on here. So
that's so smart.
I just I go around like 3-4 times.
Yeah,
and
that's a great
I
idea.
just check it to make sure. But if it's not pulled out on me here, I've never had one pull out on me later. And I've put some big chunkers, as Jen Miller says, on in terms of pendants. And I just trim the extra little pieces and then come back in and make sure I tuck the little poking ends in so nobody gets jabbed later.
Right.
And I basically did that just on both sides to make a component. And then I have to decide if I'm going to connect it next to beads or to the SilverSilk. I don't usually worry about these little extra pieces here. They kind of blend in, but you can come in with a handy dandy scissors and just trim them up if they bother you.
Gotcha.
Or if you want them kind of evened out. So that is what I did with that. And then I'm also I'm in the process of creating, I'm just stringing them. So no super fancy Danielle beadwork today, but they're her beads. So we've got her here sort of virtually in spirit. So I'm just mixing a few of these little beads in with this mix.
Oh, the peanut beads to give it
the peanuts, yeah. They had another name, berries. That's what she was saying was the right one.
Oh,
a berry bead. Yes.
Well, those are two separate food groups. I'm just saying.
I know. Totally could, yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of stringing like 5 of them and sticking a peanut berry on. It's almost like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It is.
Bread. And I was going for probably like on the order of an 8-inch piece here. And I always have to use the bead clips because I will do something and they'll go flying off all over the place. So we're trying to avoid that today.
I have that issue too. I think that's just a combination of the bead mat and then, like pressing down on the well, I guess you're not really using a needle this time, it's just beading wire. It can
Yeah.
still happen though. Like stuff will fling no matter what surface it's on.
Yeah. I've been trying to see if I can go a couple lives without crawling around on the floor for beads.
Well,
I
I
know. I
guess
wonder what
that's
like the Jones and the Colleens of the world think as like they watch me crawl around looking for like the one bead that.
well, we each have our own method to the madness. So some of it just requires picking up after yourself.
Yeah.
You know, when all is said and done, I think that there is a slight difference with choosing what you decide to string on the inside. And I say that because if I do this real up close, you could see that there's hardly any sort of line inside of that white jade bead.
Yeah.
Whereas, I pick up this one, and if I give it to you guys real close, this is why I was missing my camera last week whenever things were going haywire, is that I couldn't give you guys any sort of good close up like I can now. But you could see that wire kind of going through the beads. And so it darkens it just ever so slightly. I would say the difference isn't a lot, but there is a difference.
Those are definitely pretty.
Yeah, thank
Kind
you. I
of
think
nice, pale Easter egg kind of colors.
yes, definitely get that vibe. Um, and I don't know what to call this color because it's not pink, it's not orange, it's not. I don't know what it would be.
Yeah, it is a unique color.
My
A coral,
scissors.
maybe?
It's not coral either because it's
Okay.
like, well, I don't know. Let me hold it up. It's like a jam color to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a coral either.
It matches your palette perfectly.
It does. It really
If I
does.
could just give these over to you and they
Yeah, here,
magically appear.
reach out and grab them.
Just reach out. Yeah, just take these and reach out. We don't have that yet, but I bet one day we could.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be amazing. Okay, I'm gonna save my beading wire off to the side there because I know I'll use it in something else. But since I used my silver silk in this other necklace. Oh wait, we have a question. Hi, Leanne. I didn't see your name pop in, but I'm glad that you made it. Do either of you have trouble with the toggle clasp coming undone? I almost lost my necklace at church today because it came undone. And how do you fix the problem, or should I restring? Hmm, that's a good question. One thing that you could try doing that might help take away some of the space on the ring is by attaching some baubles to it. And so, for example, let me just grab a toggle and see if I can come up with something on the fly. Where did I put it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I've noticed that on certain toggle clasps. So it seems like I think you're right, Nealay, that maybe the ring is a little bit big, and if you
Yeah.
could hang some stuff on there, maybe that would help.
Sometimes, like, even the slightest things can prevent it from coming undone. And I'm thinking that even one or two accent baubles, because it also is just extra fun on your necklace or bracelet, right? But if I conveniently have this wrapped. I don't remember from when. I think this was a few shows ago, but that's gonna make it as a little accent piece on our thing. Um, Let me grab some tools from behind me. And I'm kind of thinking that we just use like a jump ring to eat up some of the space that's in the ring. And then I wouldn't go a bobble this big because this is kind of extra. But you just do like a small, like little something something. And the jump ring will help eat up some of that space. And even whenever you get it through, we'll say it's like that, this will kind of get in the way of that unlatching to begin with as it sort of moves around and stuff. But I would probably put a few bobbles on here and see if that works, but that's just my assumption.
I think that's a really good suggestion. When I've had that happen, I've actually replaced mine out with another clasp.
Yeah.
I got
There you
tired
go,
of
that's
it, like,
option B.
falling off on me. But I'll have to try that next time. I'd love to know if that works.
Yeah, I think it would.
I think it might too.
Let's see. Joan is saying, or maybe 1/4 inch. Make the length of your toggle. Make sure the length of the toggle is 1/3 bigger or 1/4. Yes, that's also a good thing to measure. Hopefully, it's not the SilverSilk ones, because if it is, that I would probably go with this method or switching it out to a lobster clasp. That was a great question, though. Like, that's a really great user question. Oh, as far as that color goes, apricot would be a really good, or dark honey.
Ooh, honey, yeah.
Everyone loves honey. Peach, I don't know if that could, it's a little bit more pink than peach, I would say. But I don't know. These are all good options. It's like we kind of get the vibe of apricotiness. Some sort of fruit. That's the theme of today. Fruits and jam.
Apricot honey.
Apricot honey. Apricot honey works. Okay, putting stuff back, and I shall continue stringing on this piece, even though I have no idea what I'm going to make with it, but it will come to me. Okay. All right. So I need.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Thank you. Yeah. I think the idea was for me to do a swap in the color thing, but I don't know. That could also change at this point. I still got another, like, a bunch of these left over that I could certainly string a third one probably and have just like a bunch of these doing something at some point. I don't know what to make with them. I loved how they were color blocked. That much I loved.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be cool as either a 2 or kind of a 3-strand necklace.
Yeah, something to
put some SilverSilk at the top.
Yes.
Connect them all on.
Keeping it simple, but letting the colors do all the work.
Now I'm doing your design for you.
No, that I needed some help with it, so that's perfect. Believe me whenever I say that I do not have the answers to everything. I need help quite frequently.
So I'm glad I bolted 2 minutes before our live to grab some jump rings because I ended up needing them.
Oh.
Easier to attach these pieces together this way.
What's your favorite metal color to use? Is it copper?
I do like copper a lot. I like copper and silver.
Oh, okay. That's great.
And interestingly, I learned that like my skin is like a cooler skin tone, so that probably makes sense. I'm not a gold fan. But I also really like the copper wire when I do wire work. I find it's the easiest to work with versus
right.
the
It's
other
so much
plated.
softer. Yeah.
Yeah, just I don't know, the coating or something makes it a little bit wonky to work with, in my opinion. So I just attached this piece to the other piece. So the beaded component to the Sorry Silk, and I am going to trim this one. I don't like it.
Oh yeah. I think I see where you're going with, because you're trying to do a longer necklace with all these
I
different
am.
locked. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love this idea. I'm absolutely loving it. This is gonna look so cool. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you about your jewelry business name, Stacy Rabbit, and where that
Uh-huh.
came from.
So, funny story. Many moons ago, when I was in college and grad school, and when I first got out of school, I had pet rabbits.
Hmm.
And so I created an email that was Stacy Rabbit. And even though I don't have bunnies anymore, they are great pets, by the way. They're
Mhm.
a little bit friendlier than a cat, not as high maintenance as a dog. You can litter box train them. So I'll put in my plug for pet bunnies.
Mhm.
So it kind of stuck, and I've just kind of used it for other things since.
I love that. My coworker for my day job has a pet bunny. It's a cute little white one. And like, because most of the people on the team have dogs as pets. And I think
Uh-huh.
it's a combination of dogs and cats for some. I don't actually have any pets. I enjoy other people's pets. And then, you
We
know,
don't have
like
pets right now either.
my niece, I just give her back to her parents. But yeah, she's a little different in that she's got a pet rabbit, which I thought was really adorable.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
They can live 10 plus years too.
really.
Yes.
I've been watching some on because I get it in my feed since I like to watch animals at night that do funny things. Rabbits that get angry start like thumping their front paws.
Yeah, they can do that if they get angry or startled.
Mm, okay, so I got two of these that are potentially going to do something. And I guess I could figure out if I'm going to be able to do a third, which I think I will be able to. Whoop. And as my play thread, I'm just going to use this one so I can get myself a measurement going. I might have to actually, I don't want to shorten that one. I'll just I'll just be quiet and string because I'm like overthinking it. Sometimes whenever I like overthink things, I just talk myself out of it.
I used to leave designs and then come back the next, like leave them laid out, and then come back the next day and decide I didn't like them anymore until I redo them. So I've stopped doing that, and I mainly just do them and find. I just I'm talking, and I didn't actually put the
Oh,
silver silk piece. I'm like, what? Like, where is it? Never put it on.
welcome
Okay.
to how my SilverSilk Sundays are going always. It's like I end up, I think, socializing more than I am productive, but that's half the fun.
Yeah, we're good.
We
Got
are.
extra practice.
Yeah. Okay. How to get my
So I have
seed
to fit all
bead.
this on here, but flinging seed beads. See, and I did get one on the floor.
Yeah.
So I've got the silver silk connected to the sorry silk, connected to the beads. So I'm
Oh,
gonna do that again.
to the hip bone. No.
Exactly. I'm gonna move those head pins. Those are gonna end up on the floor too.
Yeah, we really should just move the bead mats to the floor at this point because then we wouldn't have to pick up anything.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna cut this off. We're gonna give Apricot Peach here a go in the stringing. Oh, Joan brings up a good point. The first things while we're all here is I forgot to tell you guys this in the beginning half of the video, but since we're all here, we have got a very big weekend coming up next weekend, which is our Great Beat Extravaganza Spring Fling 2025. Sorry, I had
Oh,
to.
cool.
My session is at 4:30 Central Time on Saturday, April 12th. My kit is out and on sale in the kit section, and I am already about halfway sold out, and I haven't even really promoted it. But it's a very limited edition kit. It's a bit more pricier, but that's because there's like a pretty good amount of turquoise in there, and really good turquoise that I found in Tucson from a very like um what's the word? Like a trusted vendor. But there's a better word for it that's not coming to my brain. And
Reputable.
yeah, we're very reputable, very just reliable, good vendor that and this company services other bead retail stores out there, but their stuff is high quality. And so I grabbed a few things that I thought would be great for kits, and this one just kind of came together called Saddle and Silk, and it's very like I don't know, sort of Southwest cowboy inspired, and so are the designs actually. Because speaking of that cowboy hat, since we're all here on the show, I got to flash this the other day during my Softflex live, and look how cute these are.
Oh, those are cute.
It's just very quirky, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it. So everything is included in the kit except for the jump rings, the head pins, and the ear wires. But the components, the 3-needle chain, the turquoise hearts, those sorts of things are the base materials are in the kit. If I added any more, it would have jacked up the price so much more. So I was like, gotta cut everyone a break somewhere. There's some hollow mesh in there as well. So I'll be working on a project with hollow mesh. And then, let me see if I can hold it. Yep, I haven't broken this strand of like, look at this. Ugh, yum.
Those are pretty.
I mean, just really good turquoise. It's a really blue turquoise.
Are those like rounded rectangles or are they diamonds?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the rounded rectangles.
I can hold it up real close.
Poor Stacy Meisner had to run all over Tucson with me as I decided I needed to buy different beads in that shape.
Oh, well, yeah, that would, I mean, first of all, that sounds like a fun adventure.
To one of us.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so that's coming up soon. Kits are on sale. I think there's only about 30 left. And then the other thing, I added a bunch of new stuff to the pop-up shop this morning. It was very last minute, but I was like, most of the stuff that was in there was selling out. And so I was like, I kind of need to put in some more stuff. And then now I'm at a place where I probably need to put in more stuff. So there might be more stuff by the time that week rolls out. We'll see. We'll see how far I can get because there's only one of me. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, and now Joan knows, and we'll probably do some extra shopping, but she'll also let people know that it's out there.
What new stuff is there, Nealay?
I have a whole like basket full. I'm half wanting to spare you because I know that this is our beating time, and then the other half is like.
Well, how about your favorite thing?
Okay, let me see. Okay, I know my favorite thing. It's the top thing that was here and the last thing that I entered. But just in case, I'm gonna dig through and see if there's anything else worth mentioning. Okay, well, everything's my favorite, but I also realize that's not. So I'm gonna just pick out like 3 things that I thought were the most cool things ever, and I'm going to show them, but not in any particular order. Now, I'm a sucker for tourmaline, and anytime that I get a gradient strand of tourmaline, I just go nuts. So I ended up buying several strands of these.
Ooh,
They're very colorful
they are.
and they're very, very shiny. This one retails as 35, but I gave a pretty steep discount on these. And they're 4.5 millimeter, which means that these are going to be really good for hollow mesh. If you're wanting to have a hollow mesh stuffer, then these are the way to go. But I love the pinks in this. And then,
I like the pink too.
if you did not want to do any of that, then this would just be beautifully strung. There's even some like teal in there. It's ridiculous. So many colors. Okay, so that I was obsessing over those, and I was like, I cannot hold myself with the strand of that because that's just hoarding. And then the other thing is I'm a sucker for fluorite because I might be a little bit basic in my stones, but sometimes it's just when you find a stone and you find a certain shade or the amount of colors that are in there, I just go nuts. And these are round rondelles and they are very, very deep in their colors. And I just thought these were really special.
Those are. Those are my colors.
Mine too. I'm a huge jewel tone
I
guy.
am too.
And so anytime I get these deep colors of blues and purples and things, it's just like an easy thing. And then my third thing, which is completely off base from both of these options, is this like weird but cool orange and black beads that I found. And they're just dyed agates, but still, like, I don't know what I would do with these, but I had to have them.
Those are cool. I'm
I
in
just
Cincinnati. Those are like Cincinnati Bengals beads.
Oh, right on. I was just gonna say they kind of give like a cheetah or animal print vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
So, anyways, that's probably my top three finds, and so I will cap it off at that, but I will surprise you guys at the actual event because there's going to be some bead and tell, and then there's going to be some tutorialing that occurs.
I think my favorite is actually those your cheetah tiger beads. Those were
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool.
the yeah, I did
I
like
like dyed agate and jasper too.
yes. To
It just
me,
has such rich, like vibrant colors, and I'm a big like bright color person.
I
I
was
always
just
like
gonna say,
pastels, but I never work with them. Like I
yeah.
like when other people work with them.
It's I go in waves because I'm like, some days I see the vision for pastels and I see the vision for these lighter or even sparklier colors, and then I think I am just like sometimes deeply rooted in earth related colors or earthy colors, and so it just depends on what I'm making though at the end of it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
earth tones are probably the place I play the least.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, where as far as the dyed agate goes, I feel like when they're done properly and the facets look really good, there's no like, cracks or anything. That stuff looks really good.
Yeah, those are pretty too. They had like a really high shine on them.
Yeah, I really thought that those were a knockout. I had to have that strand of them.
I have some crow like tendencies, so like bright, shiny objects I get easily attracted to.
So Jennifer says I have to hop on some, or let's get on that Nealay, or Nealay, let's let Nealay get on that. But I need to see what that was. Oh, a select all button. I still have Squarespace looking into that for you. Oh,
She
Sarah
needs.
says, hey everyone, I'm in the hospital trying to relax for Seed Beads Sunday. Oh my gosh, Sarah, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, I hope you're okay. Get well
Um,
soon.
yeah, your bracelet looks is great, Nealay. Can you tell me how to start the bracelets? Which one, Sarah? Which one? Did I show a bracelet? I showed a bracelet earlier, didn't I? Or no? Or unless you meant the beginning one. Are you talking about this, Sarah? Let me know. I cut you off, Stacy. I think you were about to say something.
I don't remember what I was saying, so it probably wasn't very important. May have just been rambling.
Oh. Oh, Melanie says, I love that palette on your table, Nealay. Thank you.
I know, it is fun. I'm connecting my last segment here. And then I need to figure out what I'm doing with these flowers.
Oh, yeah. Caroline, says the royal blue sari silk is too gorgeous with the copper mesh and the nutty color bead mix.
Thank you. You know, funny story, I was playing around with a kind of greenish teal color before I decided on this one. I was very, very torn between the two, so I'm glad folks approve.
Well, I think you have the best bead mix. And I'm happy to show you guys the tiger. The tiger's eye was also my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even see it in my stash of new things back there, but I'm kicking myself in the mouth here. Is that a thing? That's not a thing. I'm kicking myself in general here, not in the mouth, but just everywhere, for not picking up more of this. Isn't that outrageous?
Well, that is pretty.
So that's the tiger's eye. That's new to the shop. The facets on these are just incredible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at those facets. Talk about sparkle.
Yeah. This is all I have left too. I did a half strand of the 5 that are here, so I don't have very much. That's why I'm kicking myself, be it in the mouth or wherever. Sarah says the bracelet that she's asking about the bracelet I just did. So I guess it would be this one. And this one is just coiled around, but I have these sliders that sort of cover up my copper wire. So you just take 26 gauge copper wire and you loop it around a few times on the captor chain. And then I just strung some size 8 seed beads and then I just coiled it around and around. And the mix I just made up, this is a bunch of seed beads that Danielle had sent me. But whenever you're at the end of the wire wrapping, you just do the same thing that you did in the beginning and loop it around your captor chain. And then I just push the sliders right up against that centerpiece, which I'm working on getting more of these for the shop. The only thing is the plating doesn't look like my regular findings necessarily. It's like a little bit more worn. So if that doesn't bother you guys, then that's great. It's just not going to be consistent with my regular findings. So I'm struggling with that a little bit. Oh, thanks, Joan. She just posted the tutorial report this came from. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you.
So I've decided to go with the flowers on some head pins, and I'm going to attach them around in different spots with.
Ooh, where the connection points are?
Yes, exactly.
So smart.
So
that is so smart.
I've got one here. I only have a handful of these flowers left from Danielle. I need more of them. But maybe I'll do some plain little charms too.
Oh, I love that. I like the decorative ones.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I need some more seed beads. I wonder if I'll finish anything today or if I'm just gonna like continue to tease Joan to the end of time with like having something half finished and then never
You might have to
actually
do a finish it Friday or something, Nealay.
I know I need to do one that's like just finish it Friday Nealay with Nealay Patel at SilverSilk. Just finish it.
I actually put a moratorium on new projects this January. I said I am going to finish some stuff that needed to be finished. I probably had a half a dozen things that were
Oh yeah,
between started and almost done, and I just decided to get those done.
that's good.
Some had sat there for like 9 months. One of them was actually Silver Silk project.
Oh my gosh. You know what though? I will say, and I think this is a cop out, is that it's the journey and not the destination. And it's totally a cop out.
I think it is too, because when I have like piles of stuff, like piles upon piles of like projects and bids that I'm like moving around to get to other stuff. Not
I do that a lot. I move things from one end of the room to the other, not because it's helping anything, but just because it's like, now I have a clear space over
That's
here.
exactly what was going on. And so I was like, we're not doing this anymore. And the piles were actually like 2 and 3 story high.
Oh my gosh.
So decided that
It
we
was
needed
time.
an intervention.
Yeah. Okay, I love what's happening here. The 3-tier
Ooh,
journey was definitely a good vibe.
yes. I
But
think
now
we
what do
got
I do
it.
with it? I need to figure out something to string it because, like, if I string it to a thing that doesn't have 3 links, then they're all going to basically just pile up on each other. So I need to figure out if I've got a component. And I also dropped my seed bead cap, which I'm very angry with myself now for.
Uh-oh.
Um, I gotta figure out if I have something in my Tiara Cast archive of charms. Okay, well, this is going to get some duct tape over the tube a little bit later. So I don't know where I threw that cap. It'll come to me later. So I'm gonna dig through some Tiara Cast stuff with you guys and see if I can find something. And I've got so much Tiara Cast.
I'm jealous.
Well, this is stuff that like I couldn't really resell because you know I don't have enough. And it was just like samples that they gave me over time. And I didn't use it. I just hoarded it like our friends do with other stuff out there, beads and whatnot. You know how it goes. You guys know. You guys
Yes.
know me.
I have my own hoarding issues. I will not pass judgment.
Okay, this is cute. Look at that. Like, what if I just turn it on its side, right?
Ooh,
And
that's
then
fun.
I've got like 3 links. It's super cute. And then I've got a half C that I could do something with.
Huh. I've never seen anything like those.
I haven't. Well, this is part of like one of their. They started doing lines not too long ago. I say that, but it's probably been about 4 years. And yeah, I just like they gave me samples, like a little bag of things, and I just collected them. Nealay, you used that 5-circle flower in an earring design in gold in the past. Yeah, I did. I wonder how long ago that was, Joan.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Must
that's good
have been-
memory.
That probably was from like 2021, maybe? Circa 2021.
Wow.
So I could do like like a 2 thing, or I could go real fancy and do a full flower on one side and then do a half flower on the other and then make this as part of like the clasp experience. Like, would that be cool or would that be stupid? I don't know. Here I am talking to myself about these things. I think this would look cool though.
I actually like that.
The thing is, it's 5, and so I'm getting a weird, like, I'm gonna have an odd thing. I don't know. I've got 2 flowers, so I could do 2 flowers on the side, but I've never been a fan of, like, that much symmetry. I'm gonna have something a little off. And then I've got these smaller ones that would also work with a 3-tier business here. Oh my gosh, so many options, but I definitely think that the flowers are a vibe. Jones says, I think it was around 2021. I had to make it. Oh. So you must have a pair somewhere around there too. I thought you were gonna say I had to watch you make it. I was like, yeah, that's also true. Uh, okay. I'm almost tempted to, well, you know what? First things first is now that I know the like actual configuration of this, which really is just 6 beads, 5 beads, and then 4 beads of the same color, and then with the seed bead in between. A, do we like the cream in between the seed beads? Because I've got other seed beads that might work color-wise, but I feel like the neutral was probably the best idea. Any other colors might be too heavy. So I'm talking myself out of it. I've got gold, but that doesn't work with the silver.
Yeah, you could do mixed metals. I would probably go with the silver or
Mm,
a cream.
I
I agree
don't
with you.
silver, but the cream, I guess the cream is just gonna stay. And
I
that's
like the cream.
yeah, it'll be fine. And then I need to restring this on the actual beading wire here. So I will do this as my like final stage before I leave you guys in complete suspense next Sunday.
Well, maybe
Complete.
we should set a goal for you, Nealay, and you can bring it back done.
This is gonna take me, Stacy, like 1 year to complete, and it's ridiculous. I need to speed up my beading. Hey, in all fairness, though, I was busy making cowboy earrings that one day. Or cowgirl earrings, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, because these earrings did not make themselves, you know. Someone had to put that little rope together.
Yep.
Ooh, your design's looking so cute. I love that.
Thank you.
Oh, that is totally a great, great vibe. It screams summer.
Kind of does. And I think with like the copper and some of the oranges, you could probably like wear it into a fall too.
Mm-hmm.
Just not sure it's a spring design, but that's okay.
You know what? Sometimes it is nice to have stuff that is in your wardrobe that is very transitional from season to season. And I often encourage people to look at designs that are timeless. And
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like, there's just going to be some colors that stick around and some styles that stick around forever versus like trying to just make designs on, I don't know. Well, I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to add something compelling to that and nothing came to mind.
I apologize if you hear toddlers howling in the background.
I was going to ask, but I didn't
I
want to be
don't know why my toddler's howling, but he is.
It was either that or you had like some sort of a Halloween like playlist track on.
No, I don't, but I don't have an answer for you. I'm like, what is that? He's still doing it.
So funny.
I wonder
I
if there was a siren or something they heard.
Oh, yeah. So that's why I stopped doing the Wednesdays during noon because that's when they hear that they turn the sirens on for tornadoes just to test them.
We do too. We
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah. I don't hear them anymore because that's how used to I am with it, but I also know that that's, like, disruptive for a live video. Mm, 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 mm. So, Stacey, what other shows do you have coming up?
So that is a great question. I am on Jewel Loom this Thursday.
Ooh, that's fun.
I'm gonna
Thursday at
be
what time?
I think it's 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Gotcha.
And then Jennifer Miller and I
Mhm.
are going to be on this Friday. And I'm trying to think what time we chose. I think it was 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern. She'll
Okay.
correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. So those are the main things I've got coming up.
That's so fun. Both Jules and Jennifer are such a fun time.
Yeah, I have a great time with
Highly
both.
creative. All right, so this one is restrung. Oop, just gonna cut this with my scissors. And this.
And then Danielle and I are getting together at the end of the month. I'm going to be playing with her brand new cubes.
Oh wow, that'll be awesome.
I know. I saw those and I was so excited.
Is that so? I wonder if that's what Jennifer was using for her bracelet for Rain, were cubes, and because that's what it looked like, but I didn't take close enough of a look.
She has cubes and triangles. Jennifer, do you let us know which one it was?
Okay, yeah, curious. That bracelet turned out gorgeous. I saw on Instagram this morning.
I did too. It was cute.
It was super cute. Jennifer says triangle Miyuki's. Oh wait, no, I am loving Danielle's triangle Miyuki. We don't know what she. Oh wait, the bracelet was made with triangles. Yes, perfect. Oh, this looks so good. I liked. Oh, I found my little tube topper.
Oh,
Thank
good.
goodness, because I was like, I don't know how this is gonna stay upright this entire time. Um,
Well, better to drop the cap than the whole tube on the floor.
yeah, thank goodness that did not happen. This is shaping up to be some. I just I need to work on it a little more and plan this because this is truly on the fly for me. And I think the older I'm getting, the less like non-planned stuff I don't like. I need to have stuff planned ahead of time.
I do best if I have an idea. Not completely like figured out, but better if I have an idea.
Yeah, I hear ya. Well, the thing is also I got to check my components list and all that. And you know what? I don't hate this because then I could just hook SilverSilk onto the back of this, like some flat mesh.
I like that.
I think that would look cute.
I do like that.
Okay. I'm still saving it for next week though. We don't need to be in a hurry this week, you guys. We're approaching that time in our Sunday. And I think I'm going to leave this out because it's going to inspire my next move for next Sunday. And then I still have this design to finish, which I would fully intend to do at some point. You know, not immediately, but it'll get finished. There we go. And I have these that I got to do something with.
So I'm mostly done with this. I'm trying to decide. I feel like I want some add a head pins. So I think I'm going to add a few more to this one.
Yes. I think all the connections having something, a little dangle and drop is fabulous. It's like, it's perfect.
Yeah, when I grabbed down on my desk, I I went through. So I think I'll add a few more to that connection point.
Love. Okay, I found a third one I need to finish, actually. I'm going to just show this to you. See, okay, basically I'm turning into the pile that you had. I have this really beautiful gold one that I also used what's it called? Those slider things on. And it kind of holds a chain in place as this sort of dangles.
Oh, that's cool.
And I loved that there was pearls and this clear Herkimer diamond vibe to it. I have all these left over. It could be a second strand, potentially. I think that would really make it very ritzy.
Or you could do matching earrings and bracelet.
Yeah, that's always a possibility. I could even put gold seed bead spacers between these to
I
make
think that would be cool.
and stuff. So yeah, this one is also turning into something. So I'm gonna keep that on the board as, as I feel like painting this painting versus that painting. You never know. You never know. And then I've got all
I do that sometimes. Sometimes I get a little stuck and I'm like, I'm going to put this aside for a few.
Yes, until it's got to come to me, All right, let me flip my camera around real quick. But I just want to say, Stacy, you are a delight. You are absolutely just fascinating to watch and so talented. And I was elated that I got to meet you in person.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I had fun. Here, let me see if I can put this on. Let me take this one off.
Yay! Well, I would put mine on, but it would fall apart. So I think I'm gonna choose this gold one actually because it's mostly complete.
Yeah, so I think this is kind of cool.
Look at that! Oh my god, that is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And you got all those different colors and stuff in them.
Yeah, it's like different colors and textures. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. The sari silk is something that's unexpected too. You could have just, gone the simpler route, but then adding that extra texture with the color just really gives it your stamp.
Yeah, thanks. I think with a couple more little dangles here, it'll be perfect. So I will get a picture up in the next day or two. And I'll tag you.
I probably will not. I'm just kidding. I still owe Joan quite a few photos.
Well, get those to Joan. So
she will be so happy and probably not as yelly at me. She never yells at me.
Well, don't let me know. I can help nag Nealay for you. My kids say
that she would definitely be on board with. She'd absolutely be on board with that. She says, pictures, please.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh man. All right. Well, thank you again for joining in. Yes, I need another nagger. Someone needs to always constantly be on me. I'm saying, that's just how I get stuff done. Oh, when are the gold sliders on the website? Sherry, we are still working on that. I just spilled a bunch. But I'm working on getting the packet of different sized ones onto my website. So stay tuned. I'd probably say I would check back in a week or two. Probably not that long, probably a week. And yeah. I also need to do some testing to see how quickly they'll tarnish. Because that's the other thing that scares me is you guys know my findings are very, very high end. And my findings are not, they don't tarnish. They don't tarnish at a very rapid rate, and other metals do. And so if you're putting one thing with the other, I just want to make sure that it's not going to be disconnected later on. If that makes sense. In other words, I'm just very picky about what I choose to put in the shop, as someone who cares about quality and stuff does. Can we highlight Stacy to see it closer? Absolutely. Do you want to close up Stacy? Let's do this.
Yeah, see if I can. I don't know if there's a better way. I will post pictures though. That may be the best way to see it.
I don't know. You make a lovely model.
Thank you.
Jennifer
Well,
says
thank
none of
you
my.
so much for having me, Nealay. It was so exciting to come on.
Yeah, I'm glad. Hopefully we can have you back again. I would
Oh,
love
I'd
for you to
love
come back
to.
again.
I would love to.
Awesome. Well, be prepared then, because I will send you some dates for another play
Sounds
date.
good.
You guys definitely check out the website, silversilkonline.com. The pop-up shop is it's in full swing right now. I'll probably have more product up as we progress to the Great Beat Extravaganza, which I'm going to flash that graphic one more time for you guys to screenshot this calendar. We've got a really cool guest right after me that's new, that can teach you guys some foundations on metalsmithing. It's going to be super cool. And it's always a fun time. Lots of sales going on. If you're on my text list, now's the time to get on because those people are going to get a special coupon to use for the pop up shop. People that are not on it will either get less of a deal or no deal at all. But the people that are on the text list are, they're the diehard silkies that are in it to win it. And I love our little text group so much. And they get all the notifications from Joan for all our shows, anything that's new in the land of Silver Silk, of what's going on, and of course coupons and deals. And so you will want to stay on there once you're on there. Stacy, anything else? It sounds like they can catch you this Thursday with Jewel Loom at 4 o'clock Pacific time, and as well as Friday on your channel or on Jennifer's?
On Jennifer's.
On Jennifer Miller's channel. That channel can be found. I'm trying to think of where would be the easiest. That's Bella Rain. Is it Bella Rain Designs?
I think it's Bellarine Jewelry.
Bella Rain Jewelry. If you type that into YouTube, it should come up.
Yeah.
Or so does Jennifer Miller, for that matter. But that's all we got, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love all of you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again next Sunday. Danielle will be back. Jennifer will be with us. It's going to be a fun time as always. And there we go. Bella Rain Jewelry Co. We were 50%.
Woo, I was right.
You were correct. I was not. That's awesome. All righty, guys. Thank you again, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye.
Bye.